Hello everybody, Walters954 here. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to automatically update parent objects using flows based on child object criteria. We'll be using Process Builder and auto launching flows. Make sure to stick around to the end where we go over how to solve some of the more complex aspects of updating parent records from child records. Alright, so let's get started with the main problem here that was posed actually in the Salesforce subreddit. So in this problem, it was asked, can this be done in Process Builder? So what this user is asking is if we can make an update on a parent record based on a child record that has a change in value, but it did not trigger an actual change in Salesforce. To give an example of this is if you have a formula field on a child record that's maybe based on a date. If that date passes a certain threshold, maybe a checkbox gets checked. No actual trigger or process gets fired off because it's a formula field, but when we actually look at the child record, it's going to be true or the data is going to actually change. So nothing on the child record triggered an update for the parent record. So when we do a change on the parent record, the hope is that it will now read the child records and do an update. And we see some really good examples or solutions from the community here. So using the process builder to read the related list, running some sort of batch process with a flow, which is actually what we are going to be doing. If it's a master record detail, do a roll up, and then don't use process builder, use workflow, which I don't know how workflow would help with that one. But for our example, we are going to be using flow, and let's get into the overall design of what we're going to be working with. So I have an opportunity and it has this field product out of stock, and it's a regular checkbox field that I can check. It's not a formula field, not a roll-up summary or anything like that. And this field will be based on these products over here. So if any of my products are out of stock, I want that checkbox to be true and maybe trigger some additional alerts to people to say like, hey, this opportunity can't go through, can't be closed unless we have our products in stock. So when we look at the opportunity product, we see that it has a quantity here, and this in stock field is actually a formula field that does a calculation based on the number of products that's in stock and the quantity that we want. And if we look on our products, we can see the quantity on hand is 5. If in our opportunity line item, we say that we want more than 5, then that checkbox will be unchecked. But if you saw there, we're actually updating this on the opportunity product, which means we could actually trigger this to go through with our opportunity, which is fine. But let's say that, let's move this back down to 4. Let's say that we have multiple opportunities that are referencing this particular type of product. And throughout the opportunity life cycles of all of the opportunities on our org, this continues to get depleted. So this is what actually runs down. We only have 2 in stock. We sold a couple different generators here. If we look back in our opportunity product, there is actually no update, but we'll see that it is out of stock, or the in stock checkbox is not true. And that process there shows us that, hey, we have changed this opportunity product child object here, but we did not commit anything on this particular child object to the database, so we could not trigger an update here. So this is essentially what we're wanting to solve. We want to be able to check this checkbox in case anything like that happens. So now if we refresh this opportunity, we're going to see, hey, the product, this particular product is out of stock, and let's say our users came in and they're trying to move some stuff, or let's just change the name for right now. Save. We want that update on the parent object to trigger this checkbox being checked as true. All right, let's head over into the flow and check out how we actually get this done. We do not need to collect any user input on this action. We can make this an auto launching flow. And there's a couple parts that need to happen here. First, we need to actually know which opportunity we are working on. And so the easy thing for that is just to create a variable that holds the opportunity itself. We're going to call this var op, give it a record type, select the object, and the key here is that we are making it available for input. So we're going to use a process builder to trigger this auto launching flow. Anytime the opportunity is updated, we need to run all the processes to check the child records to see if we need to make an update or not. Let's go back to our elements toolbox here, and we are going to do a get record. So now we need to actually get all of the opportunity line items. And we need all of the opportunity line items that match the opportunity ID of the opportunity that we are passing in. And we see here var.id. One other thing that I want to point out here, which is very scenario based, is we can actually add a condition that says we only want the opportunity line items that are out of stock. So I'm going to select the in stock field and make sure that's equal to false. And once again, if we only care if one of the values is out of stock, then we only need to get the first record. In some other scenarios, we might need to get a collection and loop over them and maybe do some calculations, but at least for our situation, we just want to know if one is out of stock, then we want that box checked. So now if there's one opportunity line item that is out of stock, we will have a record in this get record. So I'll go over to a decision and I'll say if that is true, if there is a value in there, check the checkbox on the opportunity itself. I'm going to pull up the opportunity line item get, and I'm just going to ask for the ID. So if the opportunity line item ID is not null, meaning that there is a value in there, we want to do an update. And then finally, based on our decision, we just need to update our variables. So update opportunity. And I'm going to choose the specify by ID because we haven't set a variable yet. So I'm going to select the opportunity based on opportunity ID. Click out of there. And then we're going to go to the, I think it's the out of stock field. And then I'm just going to mark that value as true. Wire all of these together. And then of course, if that's a correct decision, of course I'm going to save this. Now let's activate this. Go back to the setup, let's go to a process builder. We'll be creating a new process builder to trigger this entire auto launching flow that we have there. So if there's a change, set all this good stuff up. Anytime that there is an update or a creation, let's add no criteria, just so that we know anytime that there's an update on the opportunity, we basically want to check this. Let's go to our flows. There's our auto launching flow. And then it's asking for a variable to pass in. We're going to actually reference the entire opportunity that we have here. So we're sending in the entire S object of the opportunity. Let's activate this. And now if we go back onto our opportunity, we see that, we're in the same situation. We just did an update here. Let's try to push this through. And there we go. We have it where the product out of stock got updated based on a child record that existed, but the child record never actually got updated in the database. It just displayed the value, it's a formula field, it's whatever. Let's go ahead and finish out some of the decision making on this. So if it's out of stock, we are going to mark it as true, but if it goes back to being in stock, then we need to mark them as true. So we're also going to need to do an opportunity update here. Once again, we're going to go to the opportunity. Match the IDs. The ID was passed in here. Move this to false. Save that up and activate. If this generator comes back into stock, let's say we need a different number of them, and it looks like we got an issue, and I know exactly where that's coming from. And it's basically on this ID and this object here. So none of the opportunity line items are being found when we run this call. So when we try to do get opportunity line items.id, the ID does not exist. So we actually need to call this on the entire object. Let's go back over here. And there we go. We're seeing that it's in stock. And then when we check out over here, and we're seeing that this got automatically updated. That's perfect. But let's go back to our product itself, and let's say that we don't have any in stock. Go back to our opportunity, hit refresh. Now we're seeing that, hey, these generators are out of stock. This is not updated yet because there's been no commitments to the database. If we go ahead and update the stage to needs analysis, hit save, we're definitely going to need some analysis because we're out of product based on the child records going through. One last super useful tip is, what if nobody has updated any of the opportunities recently? What do we do in those situations? In addition to having something that runs on opportunity update, you should also have a scheduled process that runs maybe nightly to kind of clean everything up. So to do that with a flow, you can actually double click here and schedule a flow. So let's say starting tomorrow at 12 in the morning, daily, we want to run this process on the opportunity object so that any new products that we get in or any change that have come through, we can do an update to clean all of the opportunities that have not been manually updated by our sales reps. We can see here in the conditions that we can select all of them, or if there's specific ones like only open opportunities that we want to select. We're going to do is closed equals false. And now, once I save and activate this, this process is going to run daily, cleaning up any additional opportunities that have not been touched specifically, but the values have actually changed. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you like this video, be sure to share it out to your friends and help them learn some flow goodness. I'm Walters954, and remember, I believe in you.